welcome back to my channel. Today Katie and I are going to teach you how to make these fun crochet scrunchies. These are super easy, definitely beginner friendly. You only need a couple supplies. Let's go ahead and get started. Supplies for this project are pretty easy. You're going to need some yarn, and we're using a couple different kinds of yarn here. We have Bernat Velvet, and on the back side it will tell you which knitting needles or crochet hook is recommended. So just find some yarn that you like and the recommended hook that goes with it. If you're a beginner, I suggest using a more simple yarn. I'm going to be showing you the tutorial using this. It's just a medium weight kind of gray yarn. It's easy to see your stitches. So if you're a beginner, go for something like this. If you've crocheted before, you definitely feel free to use anything you want. Katie is going to be showing you with one of the velvet yarns, and then just for fun, I also made one using this Gopher Fur just to see what it would be like. This is a bulky 7, and so I did a special stitch around it. I will show you that at the end of this video if you want to make one of those. You'll also need the correct size crochet hook based on your yarn choices, a couple of hair ties. I recommend these thicker ones. They hold my daughter's hair a lot better. And then just some scissors and a yarn needle. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, to start off this project, we're gonna make a slip knot. Okay, so I'm just gonna make a circle like this, and then just put your tail through that circle and pull on it, and then slip that through your hook and just tighten it. And yeah, you just want it to be able to slide around, not slide off. So I like to tension my yarn in my left hand, and you're going to want to have the yarn going to your ball in your left hand. I wrap it around my little finger and then put it over this one. Jack is in here with us. Okay, Jack's. All right, so then the first thing we're going to do is grab our hair tie, and we're going to go through the hair tie, pick up this yarn over, and I always hang on to my hair tie with these two fingers and then just pull it through both loops. We're gonna do that all the way around. So go through your hair tie, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through two. We're just doing basically a kind of a single crochet into our thing all the way around. All right, so we're just gonna keep doing that all the way around the hair tie and just kind of squish them together. The more you put on, the rufflier your scrunchie will look. So I would fit on as many as you possibly can. There's no set number, so that doesn't really matter. For this tutorial, just fit on as many of these little single crochets around as you can, and I will meet you back when we get right here.
Also, another tip is I like to pinch it with my thumb and my middle finger on the hair tie just like that. And you can even pinch it right here where the stitches are. And then go through, oops.
That is a good tip. Hold your hair tie with your left hand.
And then, again, pull through.
Alright, so we've made it pretty much all the way around our loop here, and we're back. I still have not attached them to each other, and as you can see, here's my start and my finish. And so we're going to take our hook now and just go through both of those legs on the stitch. We're going to do another yarn over and pull it through there and pull it through here, and that'll just kind of attach our entire round to itself. Okay, and then to move forward, we're going to do chain 2, which means yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. That's a chain 2. And now we're going to be doing double crochets into each of these stitches, and hopefully you can see, but each one of these little V's is one crochet stitch. Okay, it almost looks like a little knitted V. And so we're going to do 3 double crochets inside each one. So here you can see kind of a hole where we attached. You don't want to go back in to that first hole. We want to go into this second one right here. Hopefully, if I can pull these apart a little bit, you can see that. Okay, so in order to do a double crochet, we're going to yarn over our hook once, and then I just kind of hold on to it with my first finger here. And then we're going to go down into those with, so you've got both your V's on here. We're going to pick up our yarn and pull it through. So now we have 3 hooks on our, or 3 loops on our needle here, or hook. Then we're going to yarn over, pull it through the first 2. So now we have 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So just try and remember yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and that'll help you as you're going. So there's 1 double crochet in there, and you can kind of see this stitch right here, and it's in this hole. We're going to do 2 more just like that in that same hole. So yarn over, go back into your hole, pick up your yarn and pull it through, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to do 1 more in there. So yarn over, go into that same hole, pull your yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. All right, now it's going to get a little bit tight as you are going, but as you can see, hopefully there's 1, 2, and that's Jack's trying to get in here, and 3 stitches in this right here. And there he is. Okay, so we're going to repeat that all the way around this, putting 3 double crochets into each stitch. So here is, you can see all 3 of them in this stitch. Now we're going to go to this next one, and if you forget, just look back and you should be able to see all 3 of them. Okay, so yarn over, go through the next stitch, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and just keep on going like that all the way around until you get back to where you started. And it will be very evident when you get back to your start, because this is kind of our single round of single crochets, and then all of a sudden it's a lot taller right here where you started your double crochets. So we're going to do that, and then we will meet you back here again. As you guys can probably see, it's Katie's yarn is a little bit harder to be able to see, so if you're new, I highly suggest getting kind of a more
medium weight.
Yeah, medium kind of simple yarn so you can see your stitches like what I have. So I'm almost all the way around. I have this 1 more stitch to go. So I'm going to do my 3 double crochets into there. There's 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to join this. Here's our first stitch that we started out with, and we're going to join this just like we did the other one. So you're going to go through those 2 legs, yarn over, and just pull through all of that, and that kind of slip stitched you together. Now you could be done right here if you wanted, pull your thread out and weave it in. We're going to do 1 more round of single crochets at the top. I think it just gives it a little bit of something extra. So we're going to chain up 1. We're just going to do a single crochet all the way around. So just like this. Go through your stitch, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2. Then when we get all the way around to the end, we're going to do a slip stitch to just secure those edges together, and then we can break our thread and weave it in with the yarn needle. All right, so we've made it around. Now this one's a little bit harder to tell because you don't have that large step up, and so I like to just look and see where my tail came out, and that kind of can help me see where my stop and start is. And so again, I'm just going to do a slip stitch here just to combine those. Pull out our needle here, and I'm just going to take my yarn and trim it a little ways away. And then I just yarn over and just pull that yarn through and then just tug on it. It creates a little knot, and then we can put this on a yarn needle and just weave our ends in. So as you can see, these are super fast and easy. There's a million different ways to make them. If you want to skip this first round of single crochets, you can just double crochet around this whole ring. You could skip this final single crochet around the outside as well, but I just think it makes it nice and kind of curly cute and makes it look really nice and full, especially when you put it in the hair. Okay, so to weave in your ends, you can either use a yarn needle, which is what I have, or you can use a crochet hook, which is what Katie has, and we're going to show you both ways. So I'll do
Here, you go first.
My way first, okay. And you can really just kind of hide your thread, and so I'm just going to take this needle and kind of go back down through a couple of stitches. It doesn't have to be perfect, as long as I didn't wrap it around. There we go. And then I'm probably just gonna maybe run it along this edge, maybe kind of in and out, and I just pick up and go in between the stitches. So hopefully it'll be kind of running through the edge here, and you just won't even be able to see it. And then I always kind of pull it, but as you can see, you can't even see that thread now. And you can kind of go back and forth. You can just go around a few. This, like I would say, a couple of inches, and you're probably good to go. And then you can just cut it off. Okay, and you just want to, like I said, stretch it back out, and then you can just take your scissors and trim that off, and then you can't even see it, and then you'll do the same thing with your starting thread as well. So Katie, why don't you show how you do it with a crochet hook?
So you want to stick your hook where your thread is coming out, and I just stick it through, wrap the thread around, and then pull it back through the same stitch, and you can pull it through, and then again sticking your hook through. I kind of wrap it, and then I pull it through, and then I just continue going back and forth. You want to make sure that where your end is coming out is where your hook is coming out. And I just continue sticking it back in.
So you're just kind of weaving it back and forth through those. So going in the back and then going in the front. Okay, so if you don't have one of these yarn needles, a yarn needle is just a nice big eye on your needle here so that you can get thicker yarn through it. For the velvet, the hook might actually be a better option just because it's so chunky. It might be hard to get it through one of your yarn needles. So you can do it either way, whichever one you have. So another fun way to do scrunchies with this super thick kind of velvety yarn is to just do a treble crochet all the way around. That might be a little bit easier as far as time goes if you're going to be making a lot of these, so I just thought I would show you that one really quick. So I've got my slip knot on here, and I'm just going to pull my yarn up, yarn over, and pull it through just to attach it to the hair tie. Then I'm going to chain 2 to get me kind of up 3, since that first one was counted as 1. And then we're going to do a treble crochet, which is yarn over twice, go through your hair tie, pull up your yarn, and then we're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so and then we can just scoot that together, and we'll just scoot as many of these on this hair tie as you can around. It'll make it really nice and fluffy. So again, yarn over twice, go through your hair tie, pull up your yarn. You now have 4 hoops. You're going to yarn over, pull through 2 of them, yarn over, pull through 2 more, and yarn over, pull through 2 more, and you'll just do that all the way around. All right, so I've done about as many as I can fit on here, and then we're just going to finish this off the same way we did the other one. So here's our starting chain. So we're just going to go in these top 2, pull through the yarn, pull it through, that kind of slip stitch it together, and then I yarn over and pull that through, and I just need to cut this end off, and then you can just pull it all the way through and just tighten it. That kind of creates like a little knot there, and then you can just weave in your ends and you're all done. But as you can see, it's a little bit of a different look, but still super cute. This way is just a little bit faster, and I think it works a little bit better with this chunky yarn. So here are our finished scrunchies. This one we just did a triple crochet all the way around, so it kind of has this nice fun fluffy look. Here is the one we did for the video. You can kind of see the different stitches in it. I think this is great if you're using a thinner yarn, and the more stitches you put on, the fluffier scrunchie will be. Here's the white fluffy one I did. I think this will look really cute when it's put in your hair. I just did a double crochet all the way around this just because this yarn was so thick and fluffy. But like I said, you can really use any yarn you want for this project. Just have fun with it, and you can even experiment with the stitches that you're using as well. All right, so as you can see, that was super easy. What do you think, Katie? Pretty easy project?
Yeah, I really like that.
Definitely beginner friendly. It only took us probably about maybe
30 minutes?
Yeah, 30 minutes to make them, and that even included filming time. So these are super fast and easy. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below. But otherwise, as you can see, you can pretty much use any yarn you want. You can make a ton of these, match all your outfits, and they're lots of fun, and you're learning a new skill too. So that's it for today's video. If you liked it, please make sure to thumbs up and subscribe. That way we know to keep making fun tutorials like this for you. Thanks so much for joining us today, and we will see you next time.
Focus! Camera!
Is it focusing on mine?
Oops. Pull through, and then go through. Ba-bam, connected.
Yeah. How long do you think it takes?
Well, for me, since I'm
You're
not
probably
as
off
fast
camera.
as
You
you-
know.
Well, I just messed up, and now I'm cranky.
Mm.
What just happened? Okay, hang on. And I will connect it, go by going through the stitch. Don't mind jacks.
And do my 3 double crochets into that last one. If I can. Hold on. Jacks up.
Oh, okay.
So how long do you think it takes to make one? Depends on how bulky your yarn is,
Yeah.
right? Because yours is probably going to go really fast.
Uh-huh.
Mine might take just slightly longer.
I feel like it takes about half an hour. This one maybe 20 minutes at the least, maybe even 15. Depends on how fast you are.
You'll also need your, like I said, your accompanying cord. You'll also need your accompanying. Oh my god, I can't talk. Accompanying